Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk a little bit about jaw crusher. I've made a homemade jaw crusher. As you can see, it needs a shield over the belt. Otherwise it's works great. Start at the beginning. The motor is a 1/2 horsepower motor that came off of a wood lathe. Still got the stepper pulleys on it. Use comments. I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys might have. Right now we got this set on the 4-inch setting, and this is a 12-inch pulley. When you start getting these bigger pulleys, you get to use a universal hub. The outside measurements of the hub are pretty standard. The inside change in order to mount onto the axle or shaft. This is keyed. This is a 2-inch shaft that's been turned off center on the ends by 1/8 of an inch. When you get the light, and you can see right here, oh wow, where the shaft has been turned down by 1/8 off center. Been done that way on both sides. That creates a cam in the middle. So when we turn this, you can see the cam effect is moving the crushing plate. Now, if you want to compare this jaw crusher with others, you can see that this is about 5 inches by almost 8 inches. So let's just call it a 5x8 jaw crusher, which is plenty big enough for most everything. We still use sledgehammers, the little ones, to break down the ore before we put it in. There's no grooves in this. We haven't really needed them. I got a little bit of facing welding on there. I use some tire studs so that I can bolt this heavy plate to the smaller plate in the back, hammered them in, and then welded them on. This is 1-inch plate. These 2 pillow blocks are rated for 13 tons. These flat bearings are rated for 13 tons. Now, as you can see, we got some toggles down here, and they're not hooked up at 90 degrees. They're hooked up at an angle so that as this plate spins in a 1/4-inch circle on top, the bottom doesn't spin in a 1/4-inch circle. It spins in an oval pattern, creating a cam on the bottom to give you a little more pressure at the bottom. We've got some adjusters on here so we can open and close the gap at the bottom. Right now the gap is set for about 1/4 inch, so nothing bigger than a 1/4 inch thick can go through. As you can see, it's made out of 1/4 inch plate. It's a 3-sided box all the way around with 1/4 inch. Now, a lot of times you'll see a lot of extra boxing to make it stronger, but for this size, we haven't needed it. Everything's staying straight. Our ore is pretty soft. We can crush concrete with this, no problem. Okay, as the ore falls out the bottom, it lands on this tray. Now, in order to get the ore to slide down that tray, we add water to it. A water valve up here. Water comes from the settling tank, goes through garden hose. I made this little device. Just dribbles out a little bit of water, just enough to keep it flowing. And the motor is 1/2 horsepower, 1725 RPM. I wouldn't want to do this again with a smaller one. If this motor goes out and I have to replace it, it's going to get a 1 horsepower motor, which will be twice what this needs. But this does jam once in a while. This will jam. This belt isn't even very tight, but it'll jam. And it will do 300 pounds an hour, about 200 to 300 pounds an hour. 300 if you're feeding it really fast with something soft, or easy 200 if you're taking your time. And it's up in the air so that, you notice it's way up here. It's almost as tall as I am, in order so that when the ore hits the tray, it washes down the tray and goes into the ball mill. The ball mill is going to be on the next video. I hope you watch it. Okay, this is what it makes. Try focus. There. Okay. Yeah. And when the water's running, all of the chips, gravel, just run right into the ball mill. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about this, what went into it, if you want to build one, give me a comment. We'll trade emails, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. but this does work pretty well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps us make more videos. That helps more people see the videos.
And we love
Don't forget to leave comments. I need to know what you need to know, and I will answer them. Answer everybody's comments.